Hi everybody, thanks for coming back to my channel. So for today's video, I really wanted to use the Violet Voss palette that I have been using for about a little over a week now, so maybe like a week and a half. I can already say that you absolutely need this palette. This is the Like a Boss palette, and I cannot say anything bad about this palette. I absolutely am in love with the formula and it just works so well. But I don't want to get too much into the formula only because I think I'm going to do a separate review video right after this, but I wanted to use this in action today. If you want to know what kind of look that I can come up with this palette, then just keep watching. Alright, so I've already primed my eyes and I do kind of have an idea of where I want to go with this palette. I want to use this deep teal shade right here. It's called Royal. And before I do that though, I'm going to take my MAC 217 brush that I recently picked up, and I have also been using it for about a week and I really love it. I see the hype of it. So yeah, I'm going to be using this in the crease. I'm going to use the shade WCW, which I believe stands for Women Crush Wednesday, I think. I'm pretty sure, if I know my social media terms. It's kind of like a neutral matte brown. I'm going to pop that right in the crease here. Can you just take a second to see how well this goes on? Like, I feel like I just place the product and swipe a couple of times and it's already blended out. It is the most amazing matte formula I have ever used, and that I feel like says a lot. I don't know why people don't rave enough about these shadows because they are just amazing. So this is leaning more towards like a warmer crease color. I don't know, it's like warm and cool, so I guess that's why it's a little bit neutral. I want to cool it up a little bit though because I am going to be using that teal shade. But like, it's so easy. And the one thing that I hate about most matte shadows is that right here in the outer part of this eye specifically, it gets super patchy, but as you can see, it is completely smooth around the edges, which I love that. So I'm just blending, even though I don't need to blend with these shadows because they are just amazing, and I'm so excited to tell you that. I'm going to use the shade Motivate. I think just a teensy-weensy little bit. It's this darker, cool toned shadow, just a little tiny bit. So I guess that's kind of a lot, but it's all good. Yeah, that's kind of the angle that I wanted to go at. So I'm placing this a little bit lower than that transition color. Oh, and I did already prime my eyes with the Milk Jumbo Pencil. That is always how I prime my eyes. I used to use the MAC Painterly Paint Pot, and that worked okay, but I like the NYX one a lot better. So I'm just gonna buff this in. I want to make this like a nice gradient, sort of. Oh, I should zoom you guys back in. Oh my god, sorry. Apparently I forget how to do this. So that's what we have going on in this crease right here. And again, there is absolutely no patchiness happening on the outer part of my eye, which I really truly appreciate. And I did not realize that it would be the shadow that's doing that, but it actually is the shadow. Like any other shadows that I use do that. They get patchy on the outer V, but these ones do not. So if you have that problem too, definitely look into these. Alright, so that's pretty good for the crease. Now I'm just going to lightly go over, do a little bit more blending. Okay, so now for the lid, I'm going to take just a flat shader brush. I'm going to go into that royal shade, which is that deep teal. So pretty. I'm wearing the wrong shirt, but that's okay. I'm leaving like a tiny little space because I thought I was going to do a spotlight eye, but I think I'm going to do lighter on the inner corner and darker on the outer corner. I mean, I pretty much went all the way in, but that's okay. I'm going to layer it a little bit. So I'm going to do the same thing on this side. Okay. And I was going to use Glass Bowl, but I really want to use just this palette. So I'm going to use a similar, like, kind of duochrome topper color. Not in actual color, but in the style, I guess. I'm going to use this shade called Swag. It's like a yellow golden duochrome. It did not show up on camera at all. But I'm taking the same brush. I wiped it off on a paper towel. And then I'm gonna just put it right in the inner corner. And kind of put it on the inner third of my eyelid here. Such a pretty gold when layered on top of this teal color. It makes it look like antique-y, kind of. Yeah, that's really pretty. Alright, that looks kind of cool, right? What do you think? I'm just going to take another fluffy brush and kind of just mesh the two together so that there's no harsh lines. And then I'm going to take my crease brush, no additional product, and just go in the crease again. That is really pretty. I really like that. I think I might add a little bit more towards the outer part of my eye there. If I can find that brush. Does this happen to anybody else? There we go. Blending again. These shadows are just excellent. Like, I don't think I've used, I know I haven't used, there's not a single formula of eyeshadow that is similar to this in my collection. Like, it is just out of this world. This is top-notch quality. I can honestly say that. I'm just blown away. So I'm gonna take some black liner. I'm gonna take Urban Decay Perversion. Smudge it out. That's what I'm gonna do. What the heck kind of lip am I gonna do with this? Starting to think now. Okay, so I'm gonna zoom you guys back out. I think I'm gonna try to do my whole face. We'll see what I actually keep in this video. But I really wanted to use the Professional Pearl Primer. I have been using it and I've actually been really liking it. I wouldn't say that it is a radiant primer at all. It is basically like the Professional. It just has like a lighter, like pinkier tint. And it is by no means hydrating. So if you're looking for this to be like that radiant primer, it is not. Which I was a little bit disappointed by, actually. Yeah, so that's just a little note but it makes your skin feel so smooth. So if you have a lot of breakouts or like texture, I think this would be really good primer for you. It does have a slight scent. I don't know what that scent is. And the foundation I'm going to use is the one that I've been using all the time, which is the Makeup Revolution Stick Foundation. I'm just trying to get through it. Not that I really don't like it. I really actually love it, and I will miss it when it's gone. I think Canoe is going to give me hers, but it is a really nice, easy to blend out. This video is just like all about easy to blend out things, apparently, because I'm using the easy to blend out eyeshadow and the foundation. It's just really nice. The only thing I don't understand about this foundation is that, like, it never covers this cheek. Like, it might look like it's covering it, but when you look up close, it, like, you can totally tell it's not really, and I don't know why this foundation doesn't do that. If you layer it, it kind of works out, but I still end up using concealer. Concealer that I have is a new concealer, to me at least. This is the Ulta Beauty Full Coverage Liquid Concealer Waterproof. I have the shade Light Warm. This is a very not light color for sure, and that kind of annoys me because I like to use it for brightening. It's got like a peachy undertone, that's for sure, and I kind of feel like it's a little bit drying under the eyes. Not as bad as what is the one that is drying? Can't remember. But I will probably use it. I don't know. I'm like debating whether I don't really want to return it because my Ulta is not that close to me. It's just kind of a pain to return stuff. Powder that I have is a new powder as well. This is a Maybelline Fit Me powder, and I got the shade Fair. Ooh, I got the shade Fair Light because I wanted this more as like a translucent kind of powder, which it pretty much is. It doesn't really add too much color, which is nice. That's the kind of powder that I like, and this is like such a beautiful drugstore powder. I would definitely consider, I put way too much on my nose. Do you guys see that? I would definitely consider repurchase this. I really am like enjoying it quite a bit. I'm just trying to like buff that out because I really overdid it on my nose. Well, yeah, that's the powder that I use right now, and I'm really enjoying it. And I did get a new setting spray as well. I still have the MAC Fix Plus, but I'm not using it anymore as a setting spray. It just doesn't do anything. The one that does do something is the Make It Last by Milani. I've used this twice already, and I'm like, whoa, blown away. So I'm just going to set my face real quick. And this one is really nice too because it doesn't like super wet your face that much as the, like, it's pretty much already dry. I could go in with blush if I wanted to, but I always like to pat it in just a little bit more. Okay, next is going to be eyebrows, and this part I will definitely cut out, but I do want to just mention I have been using the Maybelline Total Temptation brow pencil. Don't like it nearly as much as the what do you call it? As the L'Oreal Brow Stylist. I love the L'Oreal Brow Stylist. This one just takes a little bit more work to warm up into the brow, and yeah, it's just not my favorite. It's not as pigmented, not my favorite. So I'm going to turn the camera off and I'll be right back. I want to do blush, and pretty much the blush that I use every day for the most part is the Laura Geller Pink Grapefruit blush. I love this. I'm trying to like hit pan, but there's like no sign of that anytime soon, which is frustrating because I've been using it for a whole year pretty much straight through. But it does look really good with like pretty much any blush. I mean pretty much any look is what I meant to say. So nice. Okay, and then I really have been using, and it's like a forgotten love. That's not my highlighter brush, this is. I really have been using and loving the NYX Strobe Genius highlighter palette. And I'm going to use a mixture of these two because I can't really decide, honestly. It's like a pinkier kind of shade and a white gold kind of shade. You mix those together. Take a flatter dome brush and I put that in the inner corner, the highlighter in the inner corner. And a bronzer that I just recently got from a friend for my birthday is the Hoola Benefit Bronzer. I used to love this thing so much. I thought it was too light for me at first, like when I first started using it. I have hit pan on this. Not this particular one, but this one is so pigmented, you just gotta be careful. But I really like it for that reason, that it actually does show up on me. And it's very blendable. I have a feeling like, if I remember correctly, when this gets pretty old, it is hard to blend out, but in the beginning, it is quite nice. I'm gonna pop mascara on and figure out what lip I'm gonna do, and I will be right back. Alright, you guys, so this is the finished look. I really like how it turned out. I love the lip that I chose with it. I was gonna go with something like cool toned and bold and berry or something like that, but I really just wanted to keep it neutral and wearable, even though the eye look is not really wearable, but I love the lip choice with it. So I really hope you guys like this fall teal look, and if you choose to get the Violet Voss palette, I cannot say enough good things about it. Wait until you hear my review. If you can't already guess, I say to recommend it, and it will be in my favorites video. So anyways, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button on your way out, and thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye everyone!